very important rule is that New Jersey is a no-touch state. So if the animals approach the truck, we're going to do the polite thing and we're going to keep our hands to ourselves. Do we have all those really important safety rules? Yeah. Then we're going to have an awesome ride through our safari. As we go through each gate, you guys will see a gate guard standing by. They do a lot to make this possible, so we're just give them a nice wave, show our appreciation. Good morning! And we are entering our safari. Now the first section we're going to be entering through is the Americas. The animals in this section are from North and South America. Is a flightless bird called the rhea. They are part of the rat-type family, along with ostriches and emus, which we'll see later on. And we also see the Roosevelt elk making its way over to our truck. The Roosevelt elk are given their name after former President Theodore Roosevelt for his efforts in conservation, or the preserving of wildlife. And I'm going to be talking a lot about conservation throughout the entire tour. If you guys look over to the left, you'll see something very special. You'll see a white rhea. That is not an albino rhea, because albino means lacking all pigment. This is what we call a leucistic animal, because leucistic means lacking the pigment of melanin. So rather than having red eyes and white feathers like an albino would, a leucistic animal has blue eyes and white fur or feathers. We also have the fallow deer over on the right. These guys are originally from Europe, but they were brought over when humans came over. They are very similar to the white-tailed deer, which is native to New Jersey. But the white-tailed deer are born with spots and they'll lose them as they grow up, where the fallow deer will keep their spots through their entire lifetime. We'll get to see another Roosevelt elk coming up on the right. And you guys might notice that the antlers that this guy has is very tiny, because the difference between antlers and horns is that horns will stay with an animal throughout their entire lifetime because it is part of their skull. But antlers are shed once a year. So these guys have not yet grown back the antlers that they shed for the winter. But when they do grow very large antlers, which they use in the wild to clear forestation, to make paths for them, their family members, and other organisms to travel. We are going to be seeing one of our male rheas over on the left. You guys can tell that he is a male because he has a black ring of feathers around his neck, and the females would not have that. Now a fun fact about the rhea is that the female lays the eggs, as most female birds do, but then she goes off on a well-deserved vacation, and it's dad's job to sit on the nest for about 40 days and then raise the young when they hatch, all by himself. Now the rhea is the last animal we're going to be seeing in America, but we're about to enter my favorite section, the section of Africa.
You're really videoing it?
Have been with us here since the 1970s, and yes, they are all female, because even in the wild, elephants hang out in groups called matriarchies, meaning all females. And the oldest and the tallest of the females is called the matriarch, and she will lead them out here in the morning, she'll lead them inside for bedtime, and she'll lead them to food and water. Now those long trunks that they have, that is made up of 100,000 muscles, which is more muscles than we have in our entire body. These trunks can be used to pick up things as large as a tree trunk to something as small as a quarter. They also use their trunks to spray mud and water at themselves and one another. And mud they use as sunscreen, so they don't really need that much mud today. Now, sadly, elephants are what we call an endangered species because their population is decreasing at a rapid rate. This is due to poaching or the illegal hunting of these animals for a resource that they carry. Elephants are being poached for their ivory tusks, even though the ivory trade was banned in the 1980s. Sadly, in the wild, we will lose an elephant to poaching every 15 minutes. So by the time we are done with this tour, there will be about 2 to 3 less elephants in the wild. And that's a very sad fact because elephants are what we call a keystone species. Because they are so large, they push down on the ground and they limit forestation. So if these guys were to go extinct, many other animals would follow them because the animals that rely on the flat land to flourish, the land would be overgrown with forestation and they would not be able to survive. Coming up over on the right, you're going to get to see our grand zebra and the Asian water buffalo. The Asian water buffalo are true to their name because they do love spending time in the water. They have a joint above their hoof called a fetlock, which allows them to maneuver their large bodies with ease because it is highly flexible. Now, I'm going to break a myth about zebras right now because zebras are actually dark brown or black with white stripes, not the other way around. And you can tell this by looking at their nose or ankles, where the dark color is present and white is not. They are the largest bird in the world and also the fastest thing on 2 legs. And you can tell that he is a male because he has black feathers, where the females will have brown and gray. We'll get a closer look at the zebras and the Asian water buffalo coming up on your left. And you guys will also get to see some of our baby water buffalo. Now, a group of zebras is called a dazzle because they have a defense mechanism. When they sense a predator nearby, they'll get in a giant group, and the predator is unable to tell where one zebra begins and the other zebra ends. So he becomes a little dazzled. A baby zebra is able to walk within 20 minutes of being born, and they are able to run at full speed within 1 hour. Can we imagine if human infants were able to run at full speed within 1 hour of being born? No parent would ever catch a break, would they? So our zebra parents are definitely putting in overtime.